Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to From Darkness to Love and Light. It's Lynda here, all by myself today, and I am doing the second episode, actually, of Sunday Talks. So the whole point of this particular episode or sequence of episodes that I will be having will be to provide the opportunity to use this episode to share stories of women who have gone from darkness to love and light who aren't comfortable with coming on the podcast. Now, not everybody is super comfortable speaking, on here, and I get that. And so I really wanted to just allow other people to just have their voices heard in a different way. So that's why I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to offer this platform. Sorry, I'm just moving something around. So that people can share, right? And so the idea behind what I would like to do on Sunday Talks is just to be able to have a bunch of different stories that I will read off during the show. Now, I have put it out there, suggested it to people to feel free to, email me with their stories, but I've got a few in the works, but so far it's been a little quiet on that end. I do have some lined up podcasts that are going to be with guests coming up, and some really incredible ones too. But for right now, I have one lady who has actually submitted her story. And it's a really short story, but it states a lot of what she's been through. And the important point of it is that she's sharing what she felt she needed to share to help others. And also it helps yourself too, right? By just letting this stuff go from inside of us. So I would like to read this right now. So her name is Connie, and I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but it might be Senese or Senese. I'm not sure. But here's how it goes. Never, ever take things for granted in life, because you pay for it in the end when you get older. I am now 62 years old. I always thought things will get better. People take advantage of me all the time. I am way too kind. I have a very beautiful, intelligent daughter who has now married. It will be 12 years. But she left me to go live with his family, his mom, his sister. His mom is divorced. I just don't understand why. Well, it's because we kind of struggled. I was not rich, but my daughter always came before anyone. She had the best of everything, always a beautiful home, food, etc. I come from a very beautiful, intelligent family. My parents were awesome, amazing, always there for us. I have 2 brothers, 1 sister who was always bullying me for no reason. She was very jealous of me, and I don't know why. Now I am very happy, but I do struggle with mental health. I am very strong, though. I also had a very bad, dirty divorce. My daughter's dad. He left me when she was 4 years old. My daughter is very happy with her life. She has a beautiful, intelligent husband. They don't want any children. Makes me very sad, but it is what it is. Thank you. God bless you, Connie. And that was written on May 16th this year, just a few days ago. And so I think that is just so special. That she wanted to share that. And one of the things too, she had written to me about wanting the bracelet that I had created for the people that are, supporting this group, whether it be through Instagram or on Facebook or listening to the podcast. I wanted to create a bracelet because I make all kinds of crystal bracelets that I sell on Etsy. But I wanted to have one that was just special and strictly for this group of people. And so the bracelet is called From Darkness to Love and Light. And I'll just explain a little bit about it. And so I have a little card that I had written with a description of the crystals that I've used. And it says, this beautiful bracelet has been created to support women who have gone from darkness to love and light. Wearing this bracelet symbolizes the strength, power, hope, and inspiration and unity of all women. We are stronger together. The black obsidian used in this bracelet represents rising from the darkness. As obsidian is formed from molten lava which cooled so quickly, it turned into this beautiful black stone. Obsidian helps us to know our truth and helps us to identify who we really are. It helps remove emotional blockages, helps release trauma, and provides strength. Rose quartz is a crystal of unconditional love. This stone will remind you that you are loved and reminds you to always love yourself. It is associated with the heart chakra, and rose quartz will help heal pain in your heart and help you replace it with love. And selenite, this beautiful crystal, is associated with the crown chakra and helps you obtain higher consciousness. Selenite is a stone of light and helps also to access the angelic realm. It is a crystal of pure energetic healing. So the crystal, or the bracelet, if I can't show you because I'm on a podcast, but essentially one side is black, which is the obsidian, and then there is a pink stone, which is the rose quartz, and then the other side is white, which is the selenite, and then between the white and the black on the bottom is another pink stone. So it's basically the dark stone representing the darkness, the pink for the love, and the white for the light. So Connie had asked if, she wanted to purchase one, and she just financially wasn't able to do that. And I had said, look, if you wanted to, you're welcome to enter your story to be read, and I will do a draw, and maybe you'll win it. So she really wanted to win it. And so because I thought that was just so sweet and so special, I am going to send her a bracelet. And I'm not going to do this for everybody. I'm going to literally pull a name once a month for any stories that are submitted. But because she was the very first story that I received, my heart is just telling me to send it to her. So that is what I'm going to do. And I will be in contact with her to get her address and what have you. And so I just wanted to just remind everybody that it doesn't matter how long, how short, it doesn't matter. If you have a really long story, I'll read the whole story. That's totally fine. I don't mind doing that whatsoever. But however many I can fit into a time frame on a Sunday, doing the Sunday Talk episode, I'm happy to read however many I can get. So, and then at the end of every month, I will put all the names of the submitted stories into a draw to win the bracelet. Anybody that's coming on the podcast, some people have businesses. So by coming on the podcast, I can help them promote their business too, how they got from darkness to love and light. And just now we're offering other services and what have you to other people. So in a sense, it's promotion for them. But they're also humans that have had stories, and that's how they got there too. So all of those that have been on my podcast, once a month, I'll be I will be pulling a name for anybody who's been on the podcast as well. So I'll be giving away 2 a month. And what was the other thing I wanted to tell you about? I think that's pretty much it. I'll probably post a picture again on Instagram of the bracelet, and maybe just do a quick little video of it or what have you, just so you can kind of see it more clearly. And if you do have any questions, you just feel free to email me by any means, anytime. So that is something that I wanted to bring to your attention today. Because it's the only story that I have, and I haven't been on here very long, I want to take this opportunity to also just talk a little bit about a couple of things that just happened to me in the past few days. So if you haven't seen my Instagram post, which is just at From Darkness to Love and Light, you got to make sure you put the love in there, because there's a lot of From Darkness to Light, but mine is From Darkness to Love and Light. But on the Instagram feed, I was saying about I had a therapist that I had been working with because of the things that have gone on in my life. Just decided I needed a little extra help or what have you. And the therapist that I found, the most recent one, I really, really connected to. But I found that we did what we were doing, I could be doing also with Dana Whitby. And so Dana is has a degree in counseling. She also provides past life regression therapy. She does EFT tapping. She does oracle card readings for you. She does what else? Oh my God, she does so many things. She has these one-on-one sessions. Um, she has a group that you can join, which is super cool. I think it's $44 a month. And in there, you get a past life regression recording, you get cards pulled, um, you get these like open Zoom talks that we can go on and talk about the regression. There's so many different things. So, and just because of all the things that I really like in my life, like I love crystals, I love the oracle cards, I love all of that, mystical, spiritual stuff. I thought, going through Dana to provide me therapy in these different modalities might be just the right thing for me to do. So we did a one-on-one session the other day, and it was so incredibly powerful. Like, I am not a religious person, but I feel like my journey is taking me into a more spiritual place. But for me, when I mention the word God, I get a little bit afraid. And I'm not sure why. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's like maybe because I don't have a specific religion that I shouldn't be using that word, and I don't think that's an uncommon thing. So we talked about that. We talked about a bunch of stuff, and I truly felt so much better afterwards. And I felt like that was the one thing I forgot. That's super important. She talked about like the planets and the placement of the planets when I was born and what kind of that means for my personality and what it means right now and where I should be going, and just mind-blowing stuff. And it's just so accurate. Like it's just yeah, mind-blowing. It's crazy. Love it. So anyway, I did a past life regression of hers, of a recording from our the group thing that I belong to. And I did it yesterday. And okay, for those of you who don't know, I lost my son 2.5 years ago. I haven't actually talked like on here about, the whole situation or whatever yet, and I will for sure. I just, the podcast is pretty new, so I'm still in the early stages, so there's lots of time to discuss a lot of things. But anyway, I lost Ryan 2.5 years ago, and trying to process that, deal with that, accept that, go through all the stages of grief, whatever, the roller coaster ride of emotions. But so I did this past life regression thing, and for anybody who doesn't know what it is, it's sort of almost like oh gosh, what would you call it? Like a hypnosis sort of thing in a way, I guess. I've only recently found out about it through Dana, but my actual therapist did that for me in my last session. We did one, so it is a clinical way of dealing with stuff too. So anyway, it was a sandcastle that we walked to, and I walked through the entryway of this sandcastle. And when I got inside, it was all sparkly and kind of like gemmy stuff, like kind of embedded in the walls of the sandcastle. And my mom was there. So just quickly, my mom passed away when she was 59 years old. And we didn't have a close relationship really, but I think a lot of that was because of my father. It's a whole long story, blah, blah, blah. But about 8 months before she passed away, she put her arms around me and she said, one day I'm going to tell you how special you are and how much you mean to me. And I think it was something she wanted to do all her life, but felt she couldn't. And that was just like all that I needed to hear, really, it was great. So when she passed away, I really think she became my angel. She's with me all the time. Ever since she passed away, the 111 has been with me constantly. Anyway, so she was there in this sandcastle and she grabbed my hand and she said, come with me. So we walked and it was dark and we kind of off in the distance a little bit, like not close enough to touch. Oh boy. But there was my son, Ryan, lying. He was dead. And he was just lying there. It was like on a stone or something. And above his body, his physical body, was his spirit body. And he was just like, it was like, I don't even know, like maybe 2 or 3 feet or something above his body. And not him present, standing beside me or anything, but I heard him saying to me, Mom, you have to let me go. And I just bawled and bawled and bawled. And I was like, Ryan, I can't let you go. You're my baby. I can't let you go. Oh, shit. And he said, I'm never going to be gone. I'm in your heart. I'm always going to be in your heart. So I'm never going to be gone, Mom. But I have to move on. I have to move on. And I said, okay, baby, okay. And so I did. I let him go. And it was like, as soon as I said that I would let him go, his spirit body literally went so fast. It was gone. And it was like, there was all like kind of like smoke and fogginess or whatever. Like he was just gone. And then my mom was there again and she held my hand and she said, I'm so proud of you. And we walked back to the door and then Dana like came back on and we walked out the door and I was back in the sand, with my feet in the sand. And holy, what a powerful, powerful thing. And I talked to Dana a little bit about it this morning. I'm going to be sharing it on our group talk tonight. But I talked to her a little bit about it this morning. And, she basically said that, a part of him, a part of his soul was still here because I was still holding on to him. And he by letting him go, he's free now to be wherever he is, wherever he needs to be, whatever he needs to do to move on. But I was so worried, I think, of letting him go because I was afraid that I wouldn't hear him or see signs from him. And she's like, no, you still will. You still will. But I may even see more. But I'm allowing him his freedom of his soul to go. And that was just the coolest, most important thing. So yeah, I think if anybody has anything that they have to work through from past traumas, oh my gosh, what an incredible way of doing it. It was just so powerful, so incredible. So yeah, Dana Whippy, she would be my girl to tell you to go hook up with and book a session with if you've never done it before. So that was one of the little stories I wanted to tell you. And then I have one other story today, and that is part of another group that I'm in. we're all like a big community of healers, basically, of different forms. And this group is Von Piero's cosmic podcasts and like her cosmic energy group. She does a whole pile of stuff. She was just a guest on my show not long ago. She does a lot of breath work, which I've just started her course, and it's fantastic. She talks about all the chakras in your body and like your masculine and feminine side, and then I actually haven't got into the breathing part yet, but we'll be breathing through the chakras and with specific breath patterns and what have you. It's so cool. But so this girl that I know, Jess, who actually was on my show on Friday, and that was a beautiful, beautiful, powerful talk. She lost her best friend 2 years ago, coming up in June, and the impact that has had on her has just been huge. But Jess felt called to offer to this group of Vons her services of a free goddess yoga session. And so I took the class this morning, and if you don't know what goddess yoga is, and again, that's a new thing to me too, but wow, what a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. It's like just kind of like dancing and releasing and just, oh my gosh, you're just stretching, and it just feels so good. So, so good. And I'm telling you, as I said before, I'm not religious person in the respect of like a specific religion or anything, but I am religious in spirituality and what have you. And Jess took me to church in this goddess yoga thing. Oh my God. I was bawling my eyes out. I released so much stuff inside of me. It was unbelievable. I was exhausted afterwards, absolutely exhausted, which is a great sign because it just meant that I let go of so much. And so I know Jess is going to be coming up with her offerings soon. She's not really doing it like quite yet, like offering Zoom classes or whatever for goddess yoga, but she will be soon. So as soon as I have information on that, I will let everybody know too. But right now, you can actually find her at on Instagram at heartfelt HEARTFELT.EMBODIEMENT. So that's heartfelt.embodiment. That's where you can find Jess. So if you kind of follow her there, you'll be able to get updates too on what her offerings will be. Plus, she'll be doing stuff on grief as well too. She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person. And when we've been through this darkness, I think we really have so much more love just to give everybody with our offerings. So really encourage you to check her out. But that was just so special. So I've had quite an emotional weekend, but beautiful by the same token. And so grateful for these opportunities to be able to do these things. So yeah. Thank you, Connie, for allowing me to read your story to everyone today. And as I mentioned before, I will be contacting you to get your address and send you this bracelet. And I think that is it for now. I am going to go and enjoy the hot, sunny day that we have here. Wishing you all so much love and light today and always. We'll talk to you soon.